welcome back, you guys. This is Just Math, y'all, and we are going to continue solving equations that contain radicals. I have two examples here for you, and we're going to go through these. Remember, our steps are to step one, isolate the radical. Well, step one is done. Step two is to raise both sides to a power. So both of these are square roots, so that's our second step for both of these. And then the third step is to solve. That's where this one gets tough. So the first step is done for us. Second step, raise both sides to a power. Third step, solve. And that's where this gets ugly. So here we go. Let's do these. This first one, we're going to raise both sides to the power of 2. So raise this to the second power and raise this to the second power. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me a 4x squared is equal to 15 plus 7x. Okay, so now step is to solve. Well, solving this requires knowing how to factor and knowing how to factor otherwise. So this is a quadratic. So what I have to do to solve the quadratic is the first thing I need to do is I need to get it set equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 7x on both sides, and I'm going to subtract 15 on both sides. And that's going to give me 4x squared minus 7x minus 15 equals 0. So I've set it equal to 0. And now I'm going to have to solve this by factoring. I'm going to use my bottoms up method for factoring. So to do bottoms up, take this 4 and multiply it by the 15, and that's going to change that to a 60. But remember, if I change the problem by multiplying by 4, and after I factor, I need to come in and divide by 4. And I'm going to have an x here and an x here. Okay, so now I do my little factoring. I have to come up with my magic numbers. I need two numbers that are going to multiply to give me the 60, the negative 60, and they're going to add or subtract to give me the negative 7. And that's going to give me, think, 12 and 5. A negative 12 and a positive 5. So those are my factor numbers. And so again, in bottoms up, I must reduce these fractions if I can. So I can on the first one. So I'm going to have an x minus 3. And if I can't reduce, that's fine. I do bottoms up if I can. So I can move the bottom up, so the denominator up. So I have 4x plus 5 equals 0. All right. So now I need to take each factor, set them equal to 0, and solve. I get x equal 3. And I'm going to solve this one by subtracting 5 and dividing by 4. Get that. Okay, so those are my two answers, but I have to check them. I have to check. Okay, so that means plug it back in and see if it works. Now, I've done enough of these to know that it's the negative ones I have to worry about. So let's look at the negative one. If I plug in a negative 5 fourths, 2 times negative 5 fourths, that's going to give me a negative 10 over 4, also known negative 5 over 2. So when I plug in the negative 5 over 4s, I have this. Now, remember our notation and what our notation means? This notation means positive only. So what does that mean? This cannot be equal to a negative at all. So this answer gets thrown out. Okay, so now I got to check the other one. Let's check the 3. So let's check the 3, and I bet it works. So 2 times 3 is that equal to? Okay, so that's 6. And this is going to give me 15 plus 21, which is 36, which works. So my official answer for this first one is just x equal 3, because the negative fraction over there did not work. Okay? All right. So let's do the next one. The next one we have, again, step 1 is done, which is isolate the radical. It's done. And so now we need to raise both sides to a power. So we'll raise both sides to a power. And so I have m to the second is equal to 6 minus 13m over 5. Okay. To solve this, I need to multiply both sides by 5 first, get rid of that fraction, and I have 5m is equal to 6 minus 13m. So once again, excuse me, it's 5m squared. Once again, I have a radical. A quadratic. I have a quadratic, so that's 5m squared plus 13m minus 6 equals 0. I've got to do my bottoms up to factor it again. I've got a factor. Let's set it equal to 0. Again, this was all in the solving. This goes back to solve by factoring. There's our video. Check on that one. Solve by factoring. So now we're going to do the 5. We'll multiply that and get 30. And just don't forget to divide by the 5 after you've done factoring. Okay, so let's find those numbers. Two numbers that multiply to give me 30, and they're going to subtract to give me 13. It's not 10 and 3 this time. Now that wouldn't add to give me 30. This needs to subtract to give me 30, so it's going to be a 15 and minus 2. So I have m plus 3 and m minus 2/5 is equal to 0. My answers are negative 3 and positive 2/5. I won't go into detail. I ran out of room, but there they are. And for the same reason that last problem didn't check, remember the negative one on the last problem didn't check, the negative one on this one's not going to check. So my answer is just going to be 2/5. You can plug it in and check it if you'd like. Take my word for it. It's 2/5. Let's call this one a day. This is tough stuff. It's just math, y'all, though. It's just math.